Yes. Now let us go to the same Power App. In the afternoon before the break, what we did is we have inserted a gallery and we have displayed something in the gallery, maybe some production ID and the plant location. And based on the gallery selection, we have displayed the forms here, values. And when I click this, it will be saved. That's what we did. Second one, we have inserted a text box. Inside a text box, whatever you type, based on that, it displays automatically in gallery. But what is the challenge here is, it should be case sensitive and we have to type it fully. We have to type here as fully, full things has to be typed here. Another thing is, by default, nothing is displayed here. When I run the form here, nothing is displayed. You have to manually go here and we have to type fully here with the exact spelling. With the exact spelling, with the case sensitive, we have to type it here. But I don't want to type the exact spelling. Maybe I can type 1 or 3 or 4 characters. If I type 1 or 3 or 4 characters, it should display the other part here. And I don't want to find a particular shift, for example, plant location. If I type the shift supervisor name also, it should display the details. If I type the machine code also, it should display the details. So let us see one by one. So I don't want exact spelling. So let us select this gallery again. Let us select the gallery again. We used this filter where we said that plant location is equal to text input. Whatever you type, it should be similar. Same thing, it should be equal. But I don't want equal here. So let us remove this. I'm removing this. It should not be equal. It can start with a particular letter. First 3 letters, 4 letters or anything. So we have another function called as starts with. Starts with, S-T-A-R-T, starts with, open bracket. What is the text? Starts with, what is your text? My text is the plant location. Plant location. Plant location is the field name, comma. Start, it should start with what? It should start with this. What is the name of this text boxes? Text input dot text. Text input dot text. Starts with, what is the field name, comma, text input dot text. That's it. This is the name of this text box. Close bracket. That's it. And why it's showing a red here? What is the reason I'm getting a red? What is the reason I'm getting a red here? What is the reason behind? One more bracket. Second bracket. Because already there is a bracket for that filter and one more bracket for this starts with also. 2 bracket has to be closed. Yes, I have closed the 2 bracket. Yes, now let me run the form and I check. So I remove this. Even if I remove this, delete this, everything is displayed by default. Now I don't want to type everything fully here. Let me type, I want warehouse. Let me type WAR. Yes, first 3 letters or 4 letters is fair enough. If I type WAR, yes, it displays the warehouse. Suppose if you want Oregadam plant, I will type OR. Yes, first 2 or 3 letters is fair enough. Starts with. It should start with a particular character. It should start with a particular character. Starts with. Even we can put a combo box here, you can put a check box here. That are all the things which we will see it in the next part. Okay. Done? Got it? One more thing is possible here. Instead of starts with, or even you can use one more thing called as end with. But I don't want start with or I don't want end with. I can type any word in between, middle word also. Maybe instead of Oregadam, I will not say ORAS. If I say GAM, in between also. I can type something in between characters. Because I don't know the full spelling. If I type something in between also, it should appear. So what we will do is, let us filter the same thing. Filter the same process. Now what I am going to do is, we are going to use a feature called as in. So first here, reverse. It's reverse here. First we have to put the text input. Text input dot text, text input dot text, space in, text input dot text in, that column name. The column name is plant location. Text input dot text in plant location. Close bracket. Remember, first in older formula, first is plant location, second the text. But in this in function, you have to use text input dot text in plant location. That's it. Now, what is the advantage of this is when I run the form here, it's not required you have to type the first letters. You can type somewhere else in the middle also. So warehouse, I'm not going to type warehouse, I'm going to type HO, HOUSE. So middle words also. It's not required you have to type the first character or second character. You can type somewhere else in the middle characters also. In. In can be anything. Starts, ends, middle, anything. In. Finally, we'll see the final one, only one here. So it's not required to be, it should be in capital letter, small letters, starts with, ends with, anything. Yeah. Done. Now, here in the text box, what we did is only the location can be searched, or someone they can search the machine code, they can search the shift supervisor name, they can select the plant location, they can select anything here, they can select anything. Only the alphabetical, numerical we'll see it in the later part, only the alphabetical card. Multi-search, multi-column search. Here we are searching only the particular column called as plant location. But as I told, they can search the plant location, they can have something, component name, they can have the employee name, multiple selection, multiple search. So, here we are not going to use the filter. We are not going to use filter. We are going to use click here. Instead of this, we will say search. Search. We are going to use something called as search. We are not using filter. We are using search. What is the table name? Again, the table name is shift entry, comma. Table name is shift entry, comma. Text input dot text. Text input dot text, comma. Which are all the column you want to search it? Which are all the column it has to be searched? It can search in plant location. It can be searched in plant location, comma. It can be searched in shift supervisor, comma. It can be searched in machine code. 3 columns. It can be searched in any one of the 3 columns. It can be plant location, it can be shift supervisor, it can be machine code also. All the 3. Close bracket. I'm saying close bracket here. Now you can search anything. It's not required you have to search only the plant names here. Let me run the form and I go here and I say something like Ramesh Kumar. I'm typing Ramesh. So what are all the shift supervisors? Who is the shift supervisor? Ramesh. 101, 107 also you can see Ramesh. 114 is also for Ramesh. 121 is also for Ramesh. You can select anything here. It's not required you have to select the shift supervisor name. I can type the supervisor name. Even I can type the plant name. Warehouse is my plant name. So you can select anything. The warehouse is my plant name here. And I select. So you can search it from any characters. Okay. Multi-column. You can use and double and one text box. Then you can use. Okay. So we have created two screens. One the screen for entering, second the screen for editing. Let us create one more screen for viewing. So I want to just view like a table. Two types of view. One is this table can be viewed, or based on this table, assume you have created a report in Power BI. I want to bring the report here. We'll see both. First we will insert a new screen. For just viewing, I want to view all these records. Even you can use the filtering also here. So I have around 200, 300 records here. All this record I want to see it here. Just viewing. Not just like selecting and viewing. Here I am selecting and modifying. It's not modifying, just viewing. Let us add one more screen now. So already we have two screen. Screen 1, screen 2. So we have two screens here under this application. One screen, the first screen is for entering the data. Second screen is for editing the data. We are going to add another screen just for viewing your data. View. So let me add a new screen. Go to new screen, blank screen. So go to this new screen, blank screen, or even you can go to that screen, under screen also you can see the new screen, blank screen. So let us go to the new screen and I select the blank screen. In this blank screen, I want to display all the columns here. All the columns has to be displayed like a table format. Go to insert. Under insert, you can find there should be an option called for displaying. Under display, there should be an option called as table. If you are able to find out the table here, you can find it. If you are not able to find it, just type in the search box TAB, table, data table. So go to insert, insert a screen first. After inserting a screen, go to that insert. Under insert, go to the search box. Under search box, select the data table. Data table. So click on this data table. I clicked on the data table. After this, I think you can tell me what could be my next step. What's my next step here? Select the table name. Shifty entry is my table name. Yes, it's getting connected. But I want all the columns to be displayed here. By default, I think it's displaying all the columns. All the columns are automatically displayed. But if you don't want the column, if you want to remove, if you want to modify the column, or I want to add some extra column, what to be done? We can go to the fields. Yes. So there is a, after selecting that forms, data table, under that fields, you can select whatever the fields you want. You can rearrange your fields also here. So it displays all your table here. All your table here. Entire table will be displayed here. The entire table could be displayed here. Total table is displayed. Yeah, I run the form. Yes. You can scroll down and you can see the entire table. Now the challenges. This is fine. The total table is displayed. This is fine. You can modify this table, you can adjust the height, width, everything you can do it. Selecting the table, you can see all the options are available here. Alignment, all the options are available here. But now, last session in screen number 1, 2, what we did is manually we typed the plant name. And they type the plant name, it displays here. Now what we are going to do, first part I will do, second part I want you to try. Here in this data table, in this table, I want to insert a combo box or a command button. I want to put a combo box. In this combo box, what are all the plant names available? Oregadum, Sipcart and Varos. It should be displayed in a combo or it should be displayed in a checkbox. First we'll try with the combo, then we'll see about the checkbox also. In this combo, if I select Oregadum, only the Oregadum plant should be displayed. If I select Sipcart, only the Sipcart should be displayed here. So let us insert a drop down. We have inserted a table and we have added the table here. Very simple. Now let us insert a drop down. Go to insert. Under insert, go to this search box. DRO. This we did it in the last session also. I'm going to do the same thing again. Let us insert a drop down here. I'm inserting a drop down. Inside a drop down, it says drop down sample. Could you tell me how can I display the plant location names here? You have to go to the area. Then what we did in the morning is we have opened a square bracket. Then within the double quotes we have typed it. But the problem is I can add a new plant. Tomorrow a new plant may appear here. The plant location, new plant may appear. So I cannot type it manually. Instead, what we do is on the items, go here and delete it. Sample items, delete it. And use a keyword distinct. Distinct. I'm just typing something called as distinct. D-I-S-T-I-N-C-T. Distinct. Open bracket. Distinct open bracket. Source name. What is the source name? Is the table name. The table name is Shifty entry. Table name is Shifty entry. Distinct open bracket. The table name is Shifty entry. Comma. What is the expression? What I want is I want the plant location to be displayed. Plant location. So select the plant location. Close bracket. That's all. Distinct. The table name, comma, the plant location. That's all. Now what will happen? If I run the form here, yes. On this form, you can see that name is displayed. I think one I have typed wrong spelling, another one I think I have modified it, but still I didn't refresh it, I believe so. Let me refresh it and check. Yes, now if I run the form, yeah, I got only 3 plant names, Erdem, Sipcart and Varos. These are all the 3 plant names available in my source data. These are all the 3 names available in my source data. Correct? Select this. First insert a combo, drop down and go to this formula bar and type it as distinct, table name, comma, plant location. Now can you filter this? Can you try this? Based on whatever I select, only that to be displayed in this table here. If I select Oregadum, only the Oregadum details has to be displayed in this. If I select Sipcart, only the Sipcart has to be displayed. If I select Varos, only Varos has to be displayed in this table. I want you to try. I think you can do it very easily. Use filter or use search box. Your wish. Use filter command or use the search also. Done. I think it should be easy, not very tough. I think you can do it very easy. Got it? Filter. Done. Yeah. Filter. I think only one column is on plant location. Here we also you can go, but that's not required. Yes, done. Any challenges? Yeah. I will show you. I will show you. Okay. I don't know whether everyone has did it. Let me try here. I will try here. Select this table. Select this table. You have to select this table. Under this table, after selecting the table, it should have items here. You should get items. See whether there is items. Yes, items is available. Under the items, go to the formula bar. Select the table first. If you are not able to select the table, go to the tree view. Under tree view, select this data table. If you are struggling to select here, go to the table view here, and go to the items. And here, delete this. Filter, open bracket. Shift entry is my table name, comma. What is the logical test? Logical test is plant location. Sorry. Plant location is equal to. What is the name of this drop down? Name of this drop down is drop down 2. Drop down 2. Name of this drop down is drop down 2. Select this table. Filter, shift entry, comma, plant location is equal to drop down 2 dot selected dot value, because it's a drop down. Morning itself in the drop down, if it is a drop down, you have to use this drop down 2 dot selected dot value. Drop down 2 dot selected dot value. Close the bracket. So close the bracket. So based on whatever the plant name you select it on the drop down. Let me run the form. So instead of Oregadam, now I select zip code. Only the zip code details will be displayed. If I select warehouse, only the warehouse details are displayed here. So based on whatever you select, view is changing here. Adding editing, viewing. Select the table. On the table, go to the items. Under items, yes. Filter, shift entry is my table name, comma, plant location is equal to drop down dot selected dot value. Okay. Maybe this is one way to do it. Another way is I don't like this drop down. Can I put a checkbox? So user can select any one of this, whether organum plant or a zipcart or a warehouse. They can select it using a checkbox. So let us insert a checkbox here. Let us insert a checkbox. We call it as a radio button. Go to insert. Go to insert. Under input, you can see there is an option called as radio button. Radio button. So go to insert. Below the insert, you can see the radio button. Under the input, if you are not able to find it, go to the search box and do it. So radio, let us click on radio. So as usual, inside the radio, I'm getting 1, 2, 3 like this. I'm getting 1, 2 like this. I don't want 1, 2 here. Instead of this 1, 2, I want that name or plant name to be displayed. Tell me how can I get your plant name here. Instead of 1, 2, I want your plant name to be displayed. So go to the items, go to the radio sample. Instead of the sample, make it as distinct, open bracket. Shift entry is my table name, comma, plant location. Close bracket. Yes. Your plant location is displayed here in a checkbox like this. Maybe I'll put it somewhere else on the top. Radio. This is a radio button. Checking whether the vertical alignment is available. Yes. I went to the layout and I changed the layout into horizontal. Layout dot horizontal. So that I can get it horizontally like this. Or if you want vertically, one below another, Oragadam, Zipcart and warehouse. But I got horizontally like this. Layout dot horizontal instead of vertical. And increase the height and width. Layout dot also layout dot vertical instead of the dot horizontal. And increase the width. I think now you know it how to, based on this radio selection, how to display this value here. Last session what I did is I selected the data table. In data table we made a filter shift entry plant location equal to drop down dot selected dot value. So whatever I select in this drop down, based on that it should change here. Whatever I selected in the drop down, based on this is going to select. Now based on whatever I select in the radio button, this should change. Radio button, whatever I selecting, radio button la enna select pandrano, my table should change accordingly. Now you know that's very simple. Select this table again, and what is the name of this radio button? It says radio. In my system it says radio 3, or you can give your own name also, radio 3, or it says some name, you can give some name. So select the table. Now what we do is very simple. Plant location is equal to drop down to dot selected. Whenever we are using any field, number checkbox, you have to use the dot. So it's not drop down 2, it should be radio 3. The radio button is 3. Dot selected dot value. Here also we are selecting it. Dot selected dot value. So run the form. Now if we select Oregadam, only Oregadam plant detail will be displayed. Zip card values are displayed. Warehouse values are displayed. Either use a drop down like this, or use the checkbox like this, or use the text box, you can type it. So either you can put a checkbox like this. Based on the checkbox, whatever you click, that will be selected here. Or put a drop down. Based on the drop down, it will get selected here. So whichever you find easier, you can use it. Yes.
If I want to like filter out the supervisor from the drop down and the plant code from the combo box, is that possible?
Come again.
Like we can use the drop down for another filter, say
Hmm.
supervisor,
Hmm.
and then the combo box for the plant.
Hmm. We'll try. Here, instead of this, in this drop down, what I will put is instead of the plant location, what we will do? What is another one? Shift supervisor. Shift to supervisor. Close bracket. So here, Oregon plant and the other things are displayed. Here, the supervisor names are displayed here, but it's not linked. So you have to add another condition. Select this data table, filter the plant location is equal to radio 1.1, that's fine, comma. The second condition, what is my second condition? Shift to supervisor should be equal to this one. What is the name of this? Drop down 2 dot selected dot text, sorry, bracket close, sorry, value, value. So value, close bracket. Now based on these two things, Varagadam under Varagadam, combo select பண்ணிங்களா? Have you got the shift supervisor name here? Select this combo. Instead of shift entry, I made this shift supervisor name here. அது முடிச்சிட்டு next select this data table and go to the filter. Already we have filtered the plant location is equal to radio 3 dot selected dot value.
Yes, sir.
Comma, one more condition.
Comma. Okay.
Shift supervisor is equal to
Okay.
the drop down name in the this drop down name.
Okay.
Dot selected dot value. Value.
Drop down certain.
This one.
Okay.
Close bracket. So ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் மேட்ச் ஆகிறதான் வரகடம் ரமேஷ் குமார் செலக்ட் பண்ண வரகடம்ல ரமேஷ் குமாரோட டீடைல்ஸ் பண்ணுறோம். Okay. Right. So we insert one more screen. Then we'll see how to make it as a navigation screen. Finally, navigation screen பார்த்தலாம். Checkbox, we can use a list button also, but multiple select பண்ணும்போது we have to store it in array. From the array you have to get it. Time permits, I will explain it. And multiple items will not be stored in a single. You cannot use selected dot value. Multiple items stored. That should be stored in array. From array you have to get it. Time permits, I will explain it later. You can use checkbox as well as one more thing is also there. Instead of combo, you can use, instead of drop down, you can use a list box. Multiple items can be selected. List box or what you said is also a checkbox. Multi items. Multi items, we have something to be done. Variable set panni, we have to do some options and store it in an array and then get it. Probably I will explain time permits. Now let us see how to bring. Assume we have created a form where we are entering a data. We have created another form where we are editing the data. We have created another form where we are viewing the data. Now assume this was stored in some databases like Excel or somewhere else. So this data was stored here. Based on this table or based on some other table, I have created a Power BI report. I want that Power BI report to be displayed here in some forms. In some form, I want the Power BI report also to be displayed. Even we are going to see how to integrate with the Power Automate. But today we are not going to see it. There is an option. If you go to the three dotted where we have an option of integrating Power Automate. But before integrating Power Automate, you have to learn the flows. How to create a flow, how to bring the flow here. So we cannot see it today. But we'll see how to bring the Power BI. So let us insert a new screen again. Let us add a new screen. Go to new screen here. Either go to new screen or go to the new screen here. And we'll see how to create a manual form through a SharePoint list to a Dataverse list also after finishing this. So let us insert a new screen. Once again, the blank screen. We'll go to the new screen and we'll go to the blank screen. I'll click on the blank screen again. In this, I want to insert a Power BI report here. I want to insert a Power BI report. So let us go to Power BI first. I don't know, most of you would have used Power BI. You would have created Power BI. So let me open. How can I open the Power BI report now? I already published some Power BI report. How do you open a Power BI report? Most of you already attended Power BI. You are all doing reports in Power BI. app.powerbi.com. Don't go to the web browser. Under the web browser, I hope you have already created some reports. You already published some reports. Straight away, you cannot get a report. You have to make it as a dashboard. You have to make a Power BI as a dashboard. Then only you can get a report here. So app.powerbi.com. app.powerbi.com. Go to the app.powerbi.com. I hope you are already created some reports and you have published the report. So app.powerbi.com. This link will open where I can see workspaces. Where I can see the workspaces. Go to app.powerbi.com. Go to the workspaces. Click on the workspaces. I don't know what is the workspace you have having. Go to your workspace. Go to your workspace where you have published your report. I don't know which is the workspace. Some workspace where we have published your report. I'll open some workspace. DACV training. I think last month we have created and we have published some report here. Don't go to my workspace. Please don't go to my workspace. With my workspace, you cannot create a dashboard. You have to go to the workspace where we have created some workspace, DAC, some workspace, not my workspace. Don't go to the my workspace, is a free workspace. Go to your workspace and I'll open some report. I'm opening some report here. Assume I'm opening some report. I'm opening some report. I have some report here. So I have some report here. So last week or last month we have created some report. This report, I want it on my Power App. Whether you want the entire report or you want only a particular visual. Assume I want only this particular gauge chart. Or I want this entire page. This entire page, I want it in my Power App. Or you want it only a particular visual. You decide. Suppose if you want only this gauge, suppose I want only a particular visual, go to that visual. Under the visual, when I go to the visual, there is an option called as pin. You can see there is a button called as pin. Pin this dashboard, pin this report, pin this report. If you want only this report, if you want only this report to be pinned, you can select this pin. Or if you want the entire page to be published, entire page I want it in Power App. So go to the three dot here on the top right, there is a three dot, go to the three dot and where there is an option called as pin to dashboard. If you want to pin a particular visual, go to the particular visual, there is a pin button available. Or if you want to publish the entire Power BI report, then go to the pin dashboard. I'll click on this pin dashboard. Where you want to pin it, that's your wish. You want to pin it in an existing dashboard or a new dashboard. Let us put a new dashboard. I'll put a new dashboard. And what is the name of the dashboard? This dashboard, I have created this dashboard especially to show it in Power App. So let us give some name, Power App Dashboard. So this dashboard I have published it, and this dashboard we have pinned this dashboard to a new dashboard name. I took some workspace called as DACV training. Under DACV training, I opened a particular report, opened a particular page, and go to 3 dot, and I pinned that page, and I have given a name called as new dashboard, and I have given a name for it. This dashboard which we have pinned it, I want it in my Power App. This dashboard, I want it in my Power App. Yes, I clicked on this pin to live. That is pinned. If you want to see the dashboard, you can see it. Go to dashboard and we can view the dashboard also. But I'm not going to view it here. I want to view this in Power App. So if you want the entire page, go to 3 dot and pin it. Or if you want a particular visual, you can pin only. For example, I want only this visual, means you can pin this visual and you can pin it to a dashboard here. That's your wish. But I have pinned it, the entire page, into my dashboard. One visual, pin it. Same dashboard, you can pin another visual also. For example, same dashboard, I can add another pin visual also. For example, I will put the same dashboard, Power App dashboard. Already I have pinned the entire page. Same dashboard, I am pinning this line chart also. Same dashboard, I can pin another also. Multiple visual also can be pinned. So I have pinned two things. One is I have pinned this line chart. Another one is I have pinned the entire page into the dashboard. Now come to Power App. Here I want that dashboard. To be displayed. So one is they can view the report like a table format here. But someone wants to see the report. Unfortunately, Power App you cannot create a report. But I have created the report in Power BI. That report I want to show it here. So go to Insert. Open Power App. Open a new screen. I opened already a new screen. Come to Power App, open the new screen, Insert. Under Insert, you have to go to Charts. I don't want display, I don't want media, icon. You can see there is Charts. Bottom, from the last to the third one. Charts. From the last to the third one, Charts. You expand the chart, where I can see the column chart, line chart, pie chart. Before creating column chart, line chart, you have to find the total and we have to aggregate it and we have to bring it here. So creating the column chart, line chart is a little bit complex or complicated in Power App. So but we have created in Power BI and we have pinned it also. Now let us go to the Power BI tile. Go to Power BI tile. Insert. Charts. Under Charts, go to Power BI tile. Click on the Power BI tile. Now it's very simple. On the right hand side, what is the workspace? It's asking for the workspace. I think my workspace is DACV training is my workspace name. What is the dashboard name? I think Power App dashboard. That's the name I have given it. Dashboard name. And I pinned two dashboard. One is that entire page. Another one is only that line chart. This entire page is my business transaction. The second one is the total revenue. That's line chart. So which you want to bring it here? I want to bring the business transaction here. That's all. Yes. So we got the entire dashboard here in Power App. So this is the dashboard which we have created in BI. But now I am showing this dashboard. Let us run the form and check. Whatever we did, these are all slicers. When I click on the slicers, the interaction, everything is happening. These are all the reports which we have created in Power BI. Power BI report we have inserted into Power App. Insert, Charts, Power BI tile. After selecting the Power BI tile, It will ask what is your workspace name. Select what is your workspace and select the dashboard name which we have created just now, Power App Dashboard, and what is the pin you are going to pin. Maybe the second one I will pin another chart. Yes, so two charts are available here. One is this is my entire page, another one is the chart, line chart. Oh, I inserted both in one area. Yeah, you should have inserted separately. They have overlapped it one with another. Workspace, dashboard name, report name. That's all. Simple. Got that Power BI dashboard into Power App. For that, you should have created some report in Power BI. You have created workspace, my workspace, my workspace. So publish it in some other workspace. Not for us. It's just for training purposes. Of the workspace. Put them inside. No, any workspace you cannot use. Any workspace is just for trial. That's the button that you can create. Or be reports. You got it. Or be report area. I also found us.
அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு என்கிட்ட. ஆனா வந்துருச்சு அது. என்ன பிரச்சனை? பண்ணணுமா நான்? கேட்டு நான் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் பப்ளிஷும் ஆகுது. TWM டெய்லி கால் அப்டேட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கேன். பப்ளிஷ் மட்டும் இதுதான் நான்
மைக்ரோசாஃப்ட்டுக்கு நோ எக்ஸ்பிரஸ்
இது நல்லா ஒர்க் ஆகிட்டு இப்போ நான் ஷேர் பண்ணுறேன். நான் ட்ரை பண்ணி பார்க்குறேன். ஃப்ரீயாக இருக்குன்னு சொல்லுங்கள். ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் டிக்கெட் மட்டும் இது பவர் பி சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கேன். சரி நெக்ஸ்ட் போயிட்டே இருக்கும்.
சொல்றேன் சார். நான் இப்போ வாங்க
இப்போலாம் வந்துருச்சு சார். படம் பார்க்கலாம்.
Okay. We'll see how to create some manual forms. Before that, you cannot send this 3-5 screens. You cannot send your 4-5 screens like this. Anyway, decorative work, other things you take care. I didn't do any decoration. I had a heading, a background. That are all the things which we didn't do. You explore that. That's all very simple. Now what I want to do is we are going to create one more screen, maybe a navigation screen. So if I click on a button, it should navigate to screen 1. And if I click on another button, it should navigate to screen 2. Another button, it should navigate to screen 3. Another button, it should navigate to screen 4. So we are going to create some navigation button. Let us insert a screen first. Let us insert a fresh new screen. Go to new screen. Once again, the blank screen. Let us go to the blank screen. In this screen, I don't want to add any data here. We don't want to add any data. We are going to just add a navigation screen. Before that, in every screen, we have to click something back button to come back to the screen. That we'll do it later. Screen number 5, we have inserted a screen. And we'll go to insert. I can put a button or I can put some icon. I can put some shapes. That's all your own wish. Let me put a button. I'm going to put a button here. So I have inserted some screen and I'm inserting a button. So if I click this button, that form should open. What is the form? The first form. The form, the screen. First screen should open. That is my entry screen. So open. I'm putting some text. Open the form entry. So if I click this button, the entry form should get opened. When I click this button, the entry form should get opened. You can put an icon, you can put a shape, you can put a picture, anything. So just I added a button. So when I click this button, the screen 1 should open. So select the button and we have typed something inside a button and go to the top, on select, false. Instead of the false, delete that false. Navigate. So navigate to what? I want to navigate to the screen 1 here. So it has to navigate to the screen number 1. Screen 1. Navigate screen 1. Close bracket. Simple. Navigate to this first screen. So when I click this button, it should navigate and it should go to this screen automatically. Let me check how this is working, whether we're working or not, then we'll see the other part. So let me run the form and I'll go to this button and I make a click. Yes. It opens that screen here. Close this. As simple as that. Let's go to the screen number 5. Insert. button. I have inserted another button here. So this is for the modification screen. Editing. Form for editing. This is a form for editing where I can edit. Form edit. Open form edit. Go to unselect. Navigate. Screen 2. Close bracket. That's all. Like this, you can navigate. Do the other designing part. You can put your company logo, other things on the top. That are all the things you design. Like this, create this navigation screen. Now, could you tell me, after creating the navigation screen, if I click this, it will go to the screen 1. If I click the second one, it will go to the screen number 2. How can I come back? So all the screen, you have to put some back button also. All the screen, you have to insert some back button. Insert. Say I will put a back button here. I will put some, maybe I will put some shape. The back arrow. So back arrow. I am putting some shape. Back arrow. So if I click on this black back arrow, it should go back to navigate screen number 5. So this back button, you have to insert it in all the screens. All the screens, you have to insert this back button. All the screens, you have to insert this back button. Let me try whether it's working. I think this is very simple. Let us try whether it's working. I'll go to that first main screen. That is my screen number 5. That should be, while publishing, you have to place the screen number 5 and publish it. Run the form. Open the form entry. Click it. It goes to the entry form. I can make an entry. I can do all the entry here. Then come to this back button. Click on back. It comes back to my main screen again. Simple. With a very, very, very less coding. 1 line, 2 line. We have designed a separate software. Control C, Control V. Copy and paste. Inserting is much faster than copying and pasting. This form is for viewing. Navigate to the screen number 3. So I'm just copying that back button and I am placing it in all the screens. Screen 1, screen 2, paste. Screen 3, I already pasted. Screen 4, paste. All the screen I have pasted that back button. All the screen except that 5th screen, screen number 5. Except the 5th screen, I have placed the back button in all the screens. Let me run and check. Run this. Open form entry. It will open the form entry where we can do the entry. Submit it. Back. It comes back to the main screen. Form edit. It will go to the form edit where we can edit our entries. Back. Comes to the main screen again. Form view. This is form for viewing. Yes, we can view your reports. Back. Comes back to the main screen. Simple. Very less code. Very less code. 2-3 lines of coding. That's all. We have designed a separate software. Without the help of IT coders, developers. Okay, how do we share this form to the other user? We have designed a software now. We have designed a small application. As I told, I didn't do any designing because I don't want to take much time on designing. You do all the designing part, put some logo, put some input message, something text label, so shapes, other things you try, because I don't want to take much time on this. This report is ready. I want to share this report to others within your company. I want to share this report. How do we share the report? Before sharing the report, you should publish this report. How you are publishing in Power BI? You have to publish a report. So open this, come to this main screen. This is the screen number 5. This is my main screen. To understand, you can give a meaningful name for the screen also. So let us go to the 3 dot and I'm giving a rename and I'm giving some name. This is my main menu, or this is my home screen, or this is my main screen here. This is my home screen, or this is my main screen. Let us give it as home itself. This is my home screen. So I have renamed the screen as home screen. This is my home screen. After coming to this home screen, you have to come to the home screen, and at the last, before that, whether is there any error in this application where we did some formula mistake, there is some reds. Yeah, better to check that. There is a button available here, app checker. You can see there is a small button available called as app checker. Click on the app checker. It will check whether there is a problem in your app. I think formula runtime, there is no problem here. Formula, no errors. Runtime, no errors. Accessibility. What is that accessibility? For every card. For the people who is physically challenged, for them we have to give some name. Accessibility name. That's a error actually. But that's never mind here. Performance. It's good. No error. Data source. No errors. So app checker, there is no error. Accessibility may not be a problem. Accessibility is purely on the coloring and other part. Coloring, you have to give some alternative text. Accessibility, no issues. Other things you have to check. I think I have checked it. Now I can close this. Where you are getting another formula, runtime or
Screen 1, errors 2.
no, இல்ல ஃபார்முலாஸ்ல அப்போ ஏதோ அந்த டாட் ஏதோ மிஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. ஃபார்முலா செக் பண்ணி I'll come. Let me finish this. Okay, now go to this publish, the last button. Go to the last button. If app checker is clean, you have to publish. If there is any error, please wait. I will come and clarify it. Let us click on publish now. I click on publish. Yes, your Power App is getting published. What should be the name of this app and what should be the icon for this app? This, if you are okay, you can straight away publish. If you are not okay, you can click on edit details and you can edit it. What could be the name of this app? You can give some meaningful name for this app. Some app, this is what is the production entry form. You can give some name for this. And icon is what is a logo. When I publish your report, Power App, you are getting the Power App logo here. When you use Power BI logo will be there. Similarly, what is a logo? When you open this app, what should be your logo? So either you can use the logo or you can add some image, your company logo. Anything can be added here also. Okay, but I will go with the same thing. Publish this version. Publish this version. Yes. It is getting published now. I think it has published. After published, I think it has already published now. There is one more button available here. Share. First we have to publish this app. Then we have to share this app also. Share. And you can add some people. We can include some people and you can add your people, your company, people, your colleagues, your subordinates, your peers, your stakeholders. You can add it here. And manage access. What is this manage access? Whether you are going to add them as a Here you can see there will be an option available after I'm adding some people. Just I'm adding, assume that I'm adding some people here. After adding, you can share it straight away, or I will send it through a mail. If you think I will send it through a mail, no problem. There is an option, copy a link. Whether a person can just run this app or they can edit the app also. You can give two permission. One is they can play the app, another one is they can edit the app. Like you, administrator, they can edit the app. Another one is they can play the app also. So just to copy that link. Link is copied. And this link, which was copied, this link you have to share it to others. If they click and open it, their application will open straight away. This is the link. If I click this, your application will open here. I'm clicking the link. It's asking me to sign in. If you have signed in, it should open. Yes. I'm just opening that Power App here. Yes. Yeah, it's working. So first to publish it. After publishing, you have to share it. First you have to publish the app. Then you have to share that. This is a step one. Step.
எடுத்துக்கிட்டேன் முடிச்சிட்டேன். யார் கிளிக் பண்ணாலும் அவங்க இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துக்க முடியும். ஆனால் அவங்கள எடிட் பண்ண முடியாது. நம்ம பண்ணுறோம்.
ரெண்டு ஆப்ஷன் உண்டு.
ஷேர் கொடுத்துட்டேன்.
எந்த பர்மிஷன் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி நீங்க பண்றது. What about your source data? Since it's an Excel file, the source data is an Excel file. It's opening straight away in my system because it's already available in my system. So, but it's an Excel file. So, what you have to do it is, you have to go to that source file. You have to share that source file also, because source file will not be shared here. But anyway, it will ask you to share. Here you can see this is my source file. This is my source file. Right click and you have to share this source file also. Go to go to your OneDrive. On the OneDrive, go to that Excel file, share, and it has to be shared to someone else for whom you are sharing.
Both file has to be shared.
Correct. Either life flow once you have to share this. Copy the link. And this has to be shared. This option you are not getting in SharePoint. We will try this. So if the OneDrive is already accessible to the person, no need for sharing it. If you have a common OneDrive, no need to share. The person doesn't have access to OneDrive, to your OneDrive. You are sharing to some other department who doesn't have access. You have to give a link to them also. Since it's an Excel file. Okay. Okay.
But the thing is that if you share the Excel file also, that person can able to.
That's what I have given a permission.
Acha, for both the things.
Right click, share. You have option available here, whether they can view it or edit it. You can see this. Whether you are going to can edit, can view. So you have to say can view. They cannot make changes. They can just view it. If you want, you can set a username password also. But I think I don't recommend it. Okay. Let us see how to create a manual form. These are all the automatic form which we have created. We have to create a manual form, and we'll see how to bring a SharePoint list if possible. Let us see how to bring a maybe the data hours list also. Let me come back to the main screen. There is a back button available here. So you can click on the back button, or you can click on the first starting here. This Power App. Either click on the Power App, or you can click on the back button to come to the main screen. So I click on the Power App. It's asking, do you want to save this? I think it's already saved, right? I think it's saved. Yes. So I'm leaving this. I'm coming out of the main screen. Yes. Under this app, if you go to the app, under the app which you have created should be available here. This is the app which we have created just now. Few minutes back, we have created this app. So our app is available. If you want to modify, if you want to make some changes in the app, very much you can make a click. You can see we can run the app, or we can modify the app, edit the app. There is modifying, there is running this app also. So this is our app, which the app we have created. Select the app, you can run it now, or you can modify it also. So come to the main screen, app, your app will be here. Okay. As I indicated, time is a little bit shorter. As I told, we'll see how to make a small table to do data hours, or we will create a table from SharePoint, and we'll see some tips about how to make a manual forms. Manual forms also we'll see. Okay. So I think saved it. We have came into the main screen. Now we will minimize it. We'll have a very short break. After the break, we'll restart with the next topic. I am pausing. Let me start the recording again. Last session, we have seen how to make a Power App using no code, less coding. Maybe I can say, I cannot say no coding, very less coding. So if you want to write your own codings, not a very big coding, simple codings. I want to write a simple coding. I want to design my own form. For example, let us take some other table here, where as of now, I think we didn't use any tables with the date. So let me take something. Maybe shift to production entry is the one which we have used it in the morning today. Let me take some other like facility request, or mission status update, or anything. Facility, I'll select the second table, facility request. So request ID, employee name, department, what is the request that the employee has raised, and what is the status of that request, whether it's open, closed, or in progress. And I want to add one more column called as request date also. So we want one more column called as request date. So either I can add the request date in this Excel table and bring it here, because in auto table, date picker is a little bit challenging. Manually you have to type the date. So instead we can create a manual forms. One is you can use this Excel form, Excel table as a form. Another one is you can create it through a SharePoint, or you can create it through a Dataverse also. Both we'll see. SharePoint. Let us open a SharePoint. I'll open the web browser and go to this plus symbol and web browser. I think you have your SharePoint. You can go to the search box and you can type your SharePoint. You can go to your company SharePoint. Just go to SharePoint. Just type SharePoint and you can go to your SharePoint web platform. So you can go to your SharePoint web platform here. So I'm going to my own SharePoint web platform. So you can go to your own SharePoint web platform, your company SharePoint web platform here. So go to SharePoint. Under the SharePoint, maybe the screen may not be similar. My website may be different. Your company website may be different. So may not be the same screen, but some options will be similar. On the left hand side, home and other options available. There is a plus button available at the last. So go to your company SharePoint portal. You can go to the company SharePoint portal. The advantage of SharePoint portal is compared to Excel, it's a little bit faster. And you can use the pictures, you can use the dates and other things if you are using a SharePoint, which you cannot do it in Excel. Excel, you cannot use the pictures, right? So let us go to this plus symbol. I click on the plus symbol. And what are we going to do? Whether you are going to create a new post, new page, new site. So we are going to create a new list. So we are going to create a new list here. So click on the plus symbol and you are going to create a new list. So go to the plus symbol, on the plus symbol, list. So you are going to create a new list. Yes. New list. And that list, you can get it from Excel also. From Excel, how we did it in the last session. Convert it as a dynamic table and bring that list to SharePoint here. Instead of bringing the list, we can use the Excel itself straight away. Or you can bring it from the CSV also. But let us create our own list. I'm not going to do the Excel list. I'm not going to go do the CSV list. Let us create our own list. So we will create our own list. So go to the plus. Under plus, we are going to click on the list. Under list, and I'm going to select the list. It's not from Excel. It's not from CSV. It's not the existing list. Let us click on this list. I click on list. What is the name for that? Let us give this name. I am going to design a form for this. Maybe for the facility request. Request ID, employee name, department name, request type and status. For this we are going to create a table. So let us say this is a list for request. Facility request, Facility request. So I'm creating a list in the name of facility request. Facility request. Create. I already have some name. I will give some other name. I already created. There is another list already which I have created is called as facility request. That's why I am giving another name. Facility request number 1. Create. And it lands into this page where we are going to create a list. We are going to create a list here. Add column. What is the first column I want to add is, I want to add the column called as request ID. So the column name is request ID, which should be a number. Column request ID should be a number. So it's saying whether it's a text or a choice or a date or a multi-line item or a number. Let us say it's a number. Next. And what is the name of that column? The name of the column is request ID. That's the name of the column. and what is the description, type is date, number, symbols, and decimal places. Let us say I don't want the decimal places, 0. And default value, let the default value, if you know, if by default nothing, the enter first value is 1. Let me put a 1. This is the first time I am creating it. The default value will be 1. So let us say 1. So we have created a column called as request ID, number 1. Save this. So one column is already created. There is a column already created called as request ID. Like this, I will add another 2 or 3 columns. As of now, we'll try with it. Since the time is shorter, I will create another 2 or 3 columns. Second column is employee name. So let us add another column. And what should be the text? It should be a text. Next. And it's an employee name. Default value is nothing, single line text. Save. So we have added a request ID, employee name. Let me add another 1 column, 1 or 2 column. Add a column. Maybe the request date. Date and time. I select the date and time. Next. This is a request when they have requested it. Request date. Request date. If you want the time also to be included, you can add this include time. But I don't want time. I want only the date. So I selected only the date here. If user is not selecting anything, what should be the default date? I think let us say today's date. Or you can select some particular date also. If user is not selecting any date, I recommend to go with today's date. The request date is today's date. If user is not selecting anything, the request date will be today's date, the default date. Today. These are all the things which we cannot do it in Excel. That's why we are doing it in SharePoint. Save. So one column is request ID, another column is an employee name, another column is a request date. Finally, we'll see one last and final column, that is only one column, request type. Department names, that are all the things you can add. As of now, I'll add one more thing called as request type. Maybe that also could be a text. Or you can put a department name, that could be a choice where user can select the department names. But here, actually, you have to type the choice here. What is the choice we have to type here? Instead, it's better to get it from some other table. So I don't use a choice here. Add. Let us put a text. Next. And it's a request type. Let it be a text itself. So we have added 4 columns. Request ID, employee name, request date, and request type. One is a number, one is a text, another one is a date, another one is a number. Another one is also a text. So 2 text, 1 number, 1 date. So my column name is, my table name is facility request, and I selected some tables here. So we have selected some column, we have inserted, created some columns here. Request ID, employee name, request date, request type. So I created 3 or 4 columns. Here advantage is, even you can add a column which is having a picture also. There is an image. There is an option called as image. You can put an image. Suppose someone complaint raised, someone is raising a complaint, that the photographs has to be raised. Someone has to visitor, inquiry visitor. The visitor photograph has to be added here. Employee name, employee photographs to be added. So yes, we can add the images also here. That's the advantage of SharePoint. We can add the images also. Maybe as of now, I'm not doing it. I close this. So this is the list which we have created in my SharePoint list. You can add some items here, but I'm not going to add the item. We are going to add the item through Power App. Through Power App only we are going to add the item. So let us go to Power App now. So I'll go to Power App. So let us go to Power App. As we did in the morning, I'll go to Create. So go to Power App, Create. So let us create it from the blank screen. I will create it from the blank screen itself. So blank screen, responsive screen. The advantage of responsive screen is, as I told you, if you can view it in a tab, we can view it in a mobile. So I'll go to the responsive screen. So we are opening a new app now. We are creating a new app. If there is a container, better to remove the container, because while using the container, inserting the other controls, it's not fitting it properly. That's why I'm deleting the container. Even I don't recommend the container. So if there is, I think 3 containers are there. Select it, delete it, header container, main container, footer container. I have deleted the containers. No container should be here. I have deleted all the containers. Container is not there. Now we are going to create some controls, and we will see 2 or 3 controls at least. We'll see 2 or 3 controls, and we'll see how to add it. Before that, I have to link the table. I have to bring that SharePoint list here. Could you tell me how can I bring the SharePoint list? Morning we did it. So go to add data. Then, so connectors, or you can go to the search box and you can say there is SharePoint. Yes. So you can see when I type SharePoint, SharePoint is available here. So click on that SharePoint and your SharePoint link. Click on that SharePoint link and your communication site, your SharePoint link will be available. Where the table which you have created is available here. This is the table which I have created now. This is the table which I have created now. SharePoint, select that SharePoint link and select the table. You have to select the SharePoint table here. So we have created the list in my SharePoint. Some 3 or 4 columns. The 3 or 4 columns I am going to use it here. So add data, SharePoint, and what is your SharePoint link? That link will be automatically displayed. If it is not displayed, you can copy a link and paste it also. This is the link. You can go to that link and you can copy and paste the link. I think 99% it will display. If you are logged into the same password and username, it will link it here. I select this. Added the data. Add data, SharePoint. Come to Power App. Add data. I don't know which is your link. Copy the link and you can paste it. If you are struggling to find the which is your site and other things, you can copy the link and you can paste. Which link? The main link. When you go to this SharePoint, this main link, this one, you can copy and you can paste it also before finding the source. add data, SharePoint. For me, it's available. You can just go here and you can paste it. If you are struggling to find it, just go here and paste it and connect it. Straight away it will come. Instead of searching manually, just copy and paste the link there. Just copy and paste the link. Directly you can paste the link and select the table. Facility request. That's my table name. Connect. Yes, the table is connected here. Manually, we will add some two or three controls here. Maybe for the request ID, employee name, and we have one more thing called as request date. So I have created 3 or 4 columns. One is the request ID, I have created in SharePoint. So let us go to SharePoint and request ID, employee name, request date, request type. These are all the 4 columns. For 4 columns, at least for 2 or 3 columns, we will create some controls. First for request ID, let us go to insert, text label, insert, text. Manually we are creating a form. We are not just editing the form, we are creating the form. Morning we have seen how to edit a form. Now literally we are creating a form. We'll see it on some 2 or 3 controls here. Insert, let us go to the text label. Let us go to the text label. Text label is the label, the text which has to be displayed. Text label, click on the text label. And what do you want in this text label? Just go here and type it here on the display, or double click here and type it. The text label is request ID. That's my column heading. Request ID. I have inserted a text label, and text label double click and I typed it here. Then here the text ID should be entered manually. Manually they have to. Here the advantage is you can align and you can place wherever you want it. But edit form, aligning and other things is a little bit tougher. Here it's your form. You can place it wherever you want. You can rearrange it as per your wish. Now request ID. Then I will go to this insert. And I'll go to the text input. Text input. And I'll place it here. This is the text for inserting the. This is to display the request ID. This is for inserting the text box. Inserting the text here. So I will remove the text input. I remove the text input. Request ID. Could you tell me for this request ID in text input, what you are going to type? Whether you are going to type a number or you are going to type a text here? It should be a number. So let us go to the format and make it as number. Hint text will do that. Hint text will do. But I make it as a number. So this here we can enter only the number. Text cannot be entered. Request ID is a number. It's a number. It's a generated number. We can generate the number also as we did it in the morning. So let us give a number, hint text. Enter, or you can auto-generate it. I think hint text is not required. Request ID should be auto-generated. 1, 2, 3, 4. Morning we did it max of +1. That also we can do that in the later part. So we have inserted a request ID and we have inserted a text box. For a time being, I will put some hint text because I am not able to see the text box. Some hint text. Enter ID. As of now, just for a time being, I am putting some hint text. So identify that there is a text box because I am not able to see the text box. So we have inserted a table. Sorry, we have inserted a. First we have inserted a label, then we have inserted a text box. Now we'll insert another 1 or 2. Maybe I will insert the employee name. So go to same insert. Go to the same text label. I'll put it wherever you want, right side, left side, as per your wish. This is where we are going to enter the employee name. employee name. We'll see one last function, that is patching. Patching is the final one here. So employee name, insert, text input, insert text input, delete the text input, and I'll put the hint text here. Enter the employee name. So literally we are designing a form. Literally we are designing a form. Here the advantage is you can put a combo box, you can add a checkbox, you can add an option button. Now next one is I want to put the request date. We will see only one thing. This time is shorter. Insert another text label. This text label I want to put a date. Request date. For request date, you should not insert a text box like this. Specifically, we have a feature insert. Under insert, you can see date picker. Date picker. This is the advantage of using our own manual forms. We can add date picker, we can add a checkbox, we can add a command button, we can add a combo box, anything can be added here. Date picker. So click on the date picker. So I'll put the date picker here. So we have inserted three things here. Request ID and a text box for the request ID, employee name, a text box for the employee name, request date, a DT picker for that request date. DT picker. DT picker. Date picker. Date picker. We have inserted a date picker. Next we'll see the final one here. Next is going to be our final part. Yes. Now let us see how this is running. I'll run the form. Yes. Here we can enter the request ID. Here I can enter the employee name. Here the date picker, where the picker will be available. You can select the date here. You can select the date. So this is the advantage of manual forms, manually creating forms. You can use other controls like this date picker. So where we can select some date and say okay. Yes. That's an advantage here. Date picker. The final one, a small coding. I want to save this. Save this. Let us go to insert button. Let us go to insert button. And this button is for saving. This button is for saving. So if I click this button, whatever the request ID you type and whatever the employee name you type, whatever the date you select, it has to be saved on my SharePoint list. It has to be saved on the SharePoint list. Unfortunately, you cannot say a submit form because there is no form available. You can see there is nothing called as form available here because we have not inserted a form. We have created our own forms here. So submit form may not work here. You cannot use submit form. Literally, you have to write a small coding here. So let us select this button and we'll go to this and I will increase the formula bar height. I'll increase the formula bar height. Instead of the false, let us delete that false. To save this file, sorry, to save the data, we have a command called as patch. Patch. Patch, open bracket. Patch, open bracket. Patch, open bracket. What is the table name? I think the table name is facility request. Sorry. Facility request is my table name. Patch, open bracket, facility request is the table name, comma. Whether you want to update this or you want to save this, I want to save this. So you have to use another keyword called as defaults. Defaults, same table name, facility, close bracket. Literally we have to write a coding like this. Patch, table name, comma, default table name, comma. I can go to the next line. Shift enter is the shortcut key to go to the next line, or if you want to type it in the same line also you can do it. I'll do it in the next line. Flower bracket, flower bracket. What is the first column name? What is the first column name? The column name is request ID. Request ID is my column name. And what is this field name? I forgot this field name. What is the name of this field? Text input 1. Request ID is text input 1. Employee name is text input 2. And request date is date picker 1. This is text input 1. This is text input 2. This is date picker. Okay. So request ID, text input 1 dot text. Okay, comma. What is the next column? Next column is employee name, text input 2 dot text. First is request ID. Where the request ID is stored is in text input 1. Employee name is stored in text input 2, comma, the last one. Request date. I think the table name, the column name is, what is the field name? Date picker. Date picker 1 dot, I think it's value. Selected date. Date picker 1 dot selected date. It's a text input box. It's a box only. We are not selecting it. We are typing it. Whatever we are selecting it, that should be selected. Here we are not selecting. It's a box, right? It's not a combo. Value means we will put a value. You are saying it's a number, correct? That's a different one. So now close the flower bracket, close the normal bracket, close the flower bracket, close the normal bracket. There is some red. Why there is red? As he has told, there is a, this request ID is a text number, numerical value, but I have inserted a text. So we have to type something like value, V-A-L-U-E, value, open bracket, close bracket. Now there is no error. Why I got an error is because the text input, the request ID is a numerical value. But the numerical value are just typed. So before the numerical value, you have to use the keyword called as value. If it is a numerical value. If it is a numerical value. This is the column name. This is the control name. This is the column name, control name. Control name is the object name. In request ID, I have to put whatever I type it in the text box 1, text input box 1 dot text. Why I added a value before that? Because it's a number, comma. Next is employee name is the table column name, text input 2 dot text. This is the text input box 2. Last one is request date. That's a date picker. This is a request date, date picker, selected text dot. And later you can add some message I want to add some message. Could you tell me how can I add a message here? I want to add a message that successfully saved. Notify. You can add a notify, but first let us see whether this is working. Later I can add some notification. So literally we have added a coding. Morning we just submitted the form and we did this, but literally we have added a coding here. You should not get any reds. I think there is no reds, red underlines. Okay. Now why this red is appearing is to indicate which is the text box. For example, this red is for this red text box. This blue means this blue text box. Green is this date picker. You can see the same color is appearing. So that means we have selected correctly. This green text box, date picker is green. This text box, I think this is blue. This text box, this is red. That's not a problem. So it's guiding us whether we have selected the right columns, right fields. Yes. Now let me try this. I run the form. Nothing to be here, new or edit, nothing here. Run the form. And I'm going to enter the request ID is 1. Employee name. Something. And I'm selecting a date with today's date or yesterday's date. Save. Oh, that is opened. Just a minute, saying sometime. Oh, my Wi-Fi is disconnected. அப்படியா?
தெரியல சார், ஃபோன் கனெக்ட் பண்ணல. இந்த ஃபார்முலா மட்டும் காட்டுங்க.
One minute. Just a minute. I'll connect this. No, it's not saving this. Should save because okay. My Wi-Fi is disconnected.
ஃபார்முலா
Your Wi-Fi's are working.
எஸ் சார்.
It was disconnected. Suddenly it was disconnected. That's why I'm not able to save it. Let me zoom it. I will click on this format text. The same formula you can see there is format text. It will align or you can go to the next line also. Let us put this in next line for a better understanding. You can shift enter. The first one is for request ID, second one is for request employee name, and third one is for request date. So I am bringing everything in a small table, so easy to understand. தனித்தனி ரோவா போட்டிருக்காங்க for you to easy to understand. Text ID value text input dot text, employee name text input dot text, request date is date picker dot selected date. You type it, click on the save button, it should get saved. All done. I don't know. I have some problem in my Wi-Fi. That's why I'm not able to connect.
ஸோ இப்போ அடுத்து என்ன சார் உங்களுக்கு அடுத்து பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிட்டோம். சரி,
Save.
சேவ் பண்ணியாச்சு.
Go to PowerPoint and PowerPoint and check whether it is updated. So this is how we have to create a manual form. Here we have to go with the codings. How do we automatically generate that request ID? Morning we did it. Max off. Same like try to put a combo box for the department names. You can put a combo box, get it from the table and display it in a combo box. What are all the things you can display in a combo box? What are all the things you can put it in a checkbox? Option button, radio button, you can add it here. All the other controls you can add it here. All the other controls you can try to add it here. Alignment, everything you can decide. Coding also, literally you have to write a coding like this. Morning coding is very simple, submit form, that's it. But here you have 10 controls, you have to write 10 times, you have to write the coding here. Request ID, request name, everything 10. There is a 10 fields mean 10 times you have to write it here. 10 fields you have to write a coding for it. I think create the edit form is much easier compared to this. But here customization is easier. I can put a date pickers. I can put a option buttons, checkbox, which is not possible there. It's a little bit tougher.
ரெண்டாவது லைன் போட்டிருக்கீங்க எம்ப்ளாயி நேம்
ஆமா.
அதுல பிராக்கெட் போல டெக்ஸ்ட் முன்னாடியும் டெக்ஸ்ட் அப்புறம்
இல்லை சார், இதில் வேல்யூன்னு போட்டிருக்கனால பிராக்கெட். இது டெக்ஸ்ட் தானே. இங்கே வேல்யூன்றது நம்பர். அது நம்பராக சேவ் ஆகணுன்றதுக்காக வேல்யூ போட்டிருக்கேன். இது டெக்ஸ்டாகவே சேவ் ஆகணும்ல, அதனால அதுக்கு பிராக்கெட் தேவையில்லை, வேல்யூ தேவையில்லை. வேல்யூன்றது ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் விச் வில் கன்வெர்ட் அ நம்பர். தெரியல, இப்போ டெக்ஸ்ட் இன்புட் ஏதாவது தப்பு பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா பாருங்க.
இந்த கோடிங் Third one, speed. Third one. Yes, sir. Oh, gap, gap.
Okay, please explore the other controls also. And one more thing, please explore which unfortunately I'm not able to show it here because of my Wi-Fi connection. So there is a data available here. There is a table. Sorry, you can go to three dot and you can go to the main screen. Come back to the main screen. I don't know whether it will work now. If you come back to the main screen, there is an option called as create a table. If you come back to the main screen, you can save or do not save also your wish. I'm saving this. Maybe I'll give a name, some name, app2, my mobile. If I come to the main screen back, one way is Excel table we have created and we got it here. Second one is we have created a SharePoint table and we got it here. Third one, when I come to the main screen, there is an option called as table. Go to the table where we can create our own table like this. There is an option called as start with the blank table. You can get a blank table. Inside this Power App itself, you can create a table. Inside Power App itself, you can create a table, so that it goes with the application. No need for sharing. If we share this Power App, the table also will get shared automatically. But Excel, you have to share it manually. SharePoint also, you have to share it manually. But this is the Dataverse, so where we can create our own table. So there is a table, new column, how we did it in SharePoint. You can create your own tables here. You can create your own tables. So please explore this, how to create our own tables. This Power App itself, through the Power App itself, how to create our own table. Please explore it. And another things I want you to explore is please create an application through a model driven view. Model driven, there is something called as model driven. Create, don't use this canvas, try to use this model driven. But model driven, you cannot use the Excel table, you cannot use the SharePoint table, you can use only the Dataverse table. Dataverse table. So the table can be created only through this. Through this, create a table where so many advantages, no need for coding, zero coding. It will create a navigation button, it will create a form automatically, it will be used for creating the view form automatically, it is used for creating a dashboard here automatically. The coding will be very lesser if you are using this model driven app. But model driven app, as I told you, you cannot use the database as Excel, you cannot use the SharePoint as Excel, you have to create a table through this. இது மூலமாக தான் நீங்கள் டேபிள் கிரியேட் பண்ணணும். இந்த டேபிளை தான் you can use it on your model driven app. Canvas app is the one which we can use any database. எந்த database வேணாலும் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். Please explore that. இந்த டேபிளையும் create பண்ணி explore பண்ணுங்க. Flow, which is the one which we are going to cover it in our next session of Power Automate. Power Automate is the one where we can create our own flows. Okay. I hope you are all better than today morning. Morning order, somewhat I believe you are better. So create some apps, practice it, practice and practice. After 1 month, we'll have a reflection session of this. If you have some doubts, questions, queries, or you created some apps, you want to do something on the app, that will be addressed in the next month. Maybe within 30 or 45 days from today. Next month, maybe around 10th to 25th of next month, April month, we'll have a reflection session. This Monday, we have a reflection session for Power BI. Already attended the Power BI. If you have any doubts, questions and queries, you can come to the Monday session. But you have to book the slot. Okay. Any others? Please do explore. Practice and practice. As I indicated, the video which I have recorded today morning, I already published this video